Hey guys, what's up? So I want to go over how do you know you're ready to come back from an injury? I get this question a lot of am I ready to be 100% back on the track? And the answer is I don't know, and it shouldn't be, you should know before you jump back on the track. So for those that don't know me, my name is Fallon Headings. I'm a physical therapist and a track and field coach. So track injuries are my thing. Okay, so first things first, these are my big principles that I go over with any athlete that sustains an injury in track and field. But your journey from injury to being back on the track, getting your new PR is a bridge. It's a journey. It's not, okay, I'm injured one day. Okay, I'm ready to be back the next day. Oh, I'm injured for 3 weeks. Okay, now I'm ready to go. No, you should feel yourself making progress, slowly making your way across the bridge, being ready to perform. So this is the area where we need to be ready to perform. So your injury happens. You need to make sure that you're seeking medical attention if you need it. So go seek your athletic trainer, go seek your physical therapist, go seek your orthopedic doctor, whatever is your normal routine or what you need, you go seek them first. So then they tell you what to do, or they tell you to take a rest, blah, 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 blah. So your first thing you want to do is, if you're in the middle of a season and you just put 2 months worth of work into being in shape, getting your systems where they need to be to train for a 400, the last thing you want to do is lose all that work. So figuring out a way to cross train during the time that you're injured and you can't run. So whether that's in a pool doing swimming workouts, whether that's on a bike doing biking workouts, whether that's on a rower doing rowing workouts, whatever it is, you need to find something, some way to cross train. We don't have a pool at our university. We would have to go across the street to the other university. But so 90% of my cross training happens either on a bike or on the rower. We do have an underwater treadmill with our athletic training department, so sometimes I will utilize that too. But cross training is important, and that doesn't just mean, hey, I'm gonna jump on the bike for 20 minutes. If you're a sprinter, jumping on the bike for 20 minutes isn't gonna do a whole lot to your lactic acid system. It's gonna help with your general endurance, but it's not gonna help with your lactic acid system. So you need to do some sort of fartlek training or interval training on the bike. And you always want to make sure whatever you're doing cross training is pain-free. So whether it's your hamstring, whether it's your toe, whatever the injury is, you want to make sure when you're cross training that it's not painful. So that's where I base all my cross training on. Then you want to make sure you're doing some sort of rehab exercise. Just resting an injury is not going to help you prevent the injury from happening in the future. Yes, rest a lot of times will help injuries go away, but again, you could get back out on the track and re-strain your hamstring or re-sprain your ankle because you weren't doing the rehab exercises that you need to make it stronger. So rehab exercises are crucial with any sort of injury. You want to make sure that you're getting the mobility that you need if you lost mobility. So forever, and that depends on your event. So depending, if you're a hurdler, you're going to need a lot more hamstring mobility than say a thrower would. So it depends individually on you what sort of mobility exercises and strengthening exercises that you need for your rehab exercises. But doing rehab exercises on the daily is really important during your journey across the bridge, okay? So then say the peak of the bridge is we're pain-free now. We're pain-free with cross training, with all our rehab exercises. We're feeling pretty darn good. So now we're like, okay, I'm ready to get back on the track. But my team's doing 400s at 54 pace, and that's the pace that I strained my hamstring at. So jumping into 54 pace might not be the best option for you. So this is where you need to modify your training program. So many times, even in an injury-free athlete, I increase their training reps or volume by 10%. If you make a bigger jump than that, that's a lot of times where you'll see an injury occur. So same thing, when you work yourself back into workouts, you can't start where you left off. You probably have to take a few steps back to then finish your way across the bridge. So modifying your workouts to where you're working at 75% of the rep pace that you're supposed to hit, or then the next week move it up to 85%. Remember, the percentages are huge, and doing that math to figure out your training program and your modifications, that's really big in getting yourself back being 100% on the track, because that's the only way I can tell you that yes, you're 100% and you're ready to run. If you are just biking on the bike for 3 weeks and then you're like, okay, coach, can I run? I'm like, probably not, because I'm afraid that you're going to tear something again or strain something again. And that's exactly what I don't want. I want my athletes to be as least pain, the least amount of pain, the least amount of injuries of any sports team that is out there. Do you have injuries? Absolutely. You can't prevent every injury. It's going to happen. But knowing the most about your body, knowing how to slowly make your way across this journey and make your way across this bridge to get yourself back to 100%, I think is the most crucial principles that you can put into your rehab training and coming back from an injury better and stronger than before. So modifying your program is huge. If you need help with this, please send me a message. I do a lot of training program modification with athletes, so I love helping athletes get back from an injury to back to the track. So if you have questions, put it in the comment section, send me a message, share this with any of your friends that have injuries right now, because I hate to see people off the track and not being able to compete. Subscribe to my videos, and happy training.